Dearly beloved in Jesus Christ, in today's Gospel, the evangelist Mark continues to deal with the theme of faith. We have intercalation of two incidents. Both the parables speak about the helplessness of the recipients, one at the point of death, and the other is exhausted of all sorts of trials for healing. But at the climax, the two narrations leave us with faith and hope. In the first parable, we have a leader of the synagogue, Jairus by name. Throughout the Gospels, no synagogue episode was in favor of Jesus. Jesus was never welcomed into the synagogues. Either the synagogue leaders opposed him or people would not accept him. In contrary to this reality, a synagogue leader himself kneels down before Jesus for a favor. I remind you here, in the Old Testament story, that is precisely what Naaman had to do. 2 Kings chapter 5. He had come to Elisha to be cured of his leprosy. Elisha's prescription was that he should go and wash in the Jordan 7 times. That was no way to treat the Syrian prime minister. Elisha had not even delivered the message personally. He had sent it by a messenger. And had they not far better rivers in Syria than the muddy little Jordan? These were Naaman's first thoughts, but he swallowed his pride and lost his leprosy. Similarly, the leader of the synagogue left his pride and saved his little daughter. His pride was forgotten. It must have taken a conscious effort of humiliation for this ruler of the synagogue to come and ask help from a simple carpenter of Nazareth. It frequently happens that a man stands on his pride and falls from the grace. But if a man holds on to humility, the grace is generously bestowed on him. The second parable speaks about a woman with a hemorrhage. The woman in the story stands as a beacon that shows that Jesus will not abandon those who put their trust in him, especially to Jairus, who witnessed her faith-based healing. Her witness helped him to believe in Jesus even after his messenger told that his little daughter is no more. The woman in the story suffered from a trouble which was very rare and very hard to deal with. The Talmud itself gives no fewer than 11 cures for such a trouble. Some of them are tonics and astringents, but some of them are sheer superstitions. No doubt, this poor woman had tried even these desperate remedies. Despite these efforts, her condition became worse. The trouble was that not only did this affect a woman's health, it also rendered her continuously unclean and shut her off from the worship of God and the fellowship of her friends, as described in the book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verses 25 to 27. In gist, her condition was vulnerable and helplessness. And this traumatic situation was turned out triumphant one with a touch of Jesus' cloak. touch of Jesus can bring us tremendous changes in our life. Secondly, she came to Jesus as a last resort, having tried every other cure that the world had to offer. She finally tried him. Many a man has come to seek the help of Jesus when he himself was at his wits' end. He may have battled with temptation until he could fight no longer and stretch out a hand, crying, "Lord, save me, I perish." He may have struggled on with some exhausting task until he reached the breaking point and then cried out for strength which was not his strength. No man should need to be driven to Christ by the force of circumstances. Yet, many come that way. And even if it is thus we come, He will never send us empty away. Hence, our prayer should be, when other helpers fail and comforts plea, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. In conclusion, today's liturgy of the word teaches us, first, when we shed off our pride, the grace of God is poured onto us. Secondly, even in the last minute, Jesus can make miracles. Let God bless us all.